Ahoy, mateys! Welcome to Alchemy Factory, best start. And Alchemy Factory is a fantastic factory automation game I've fallen in love with. I'm a long-time Satisfactory player, but this one has some unique parts to it that I really like. Now, with all factory automation games, there's an initial grindy aspect to it. And some parts of this is really grindy. In talking with other new players, one of the biggest gripes they have is having to stop and serve the customers. So, I'm going to show you how to do a best start here to get you all the way to level 4 very quickly. And that's where the real fun starts. The automation and everything. So, and that's where you get past the grindy stuff. Now we're going to start a new game. We're going to call it Best Start. Okay. We're not going to do Sandbox because that's Sandbox. That's a place to just play around in and learn how to do certain things and build things. We are going to do this. Okay. Now, one of the things we're going to do is we're going to skip the tutorial. If you're a brand new player and you have not played the tutorial, play it at least once. Always play the tutorial at least once. So, but we're going to skip it for a very good reason. Okay, here we go. And we're going to hold P to skip, because one of the things it wants you to do is serve your customers. We're going to come over here, grab a couple well, let's just grab 3. Alright, and we'll hit Z to do a table saw, and I'm going to try to slow things down to explain exactly how I do things. Okay, so normally I'll get this done a lot quicker. Okay, so after we do that, now we can do this, and you can queue up your research. We're just going to research those 3 things right off the bat. This one, we'll wait. We'll get that later. Okay, so we come over here and we see our first quest is to get 20 large wooden gears. We're going to get 400 copper coins and 200 flax. Up here is our coins. We start out with 10,000. We've already spent 1,000. Oof, not even 30 seconds in. So, we'll come over here and we're going to place, and you press Q for this. Or if you look down at your hotbar, you can see it there. You press R to rotate. And what I want to do is put it all the way back there. And let's go 2. Okay. And then we're going to put 1 single conveyor belt here. We'll hit G to add the logs. And what's going to happen is we're going to get wood planks. Yay. If you look at this table saw, it produces 30 planks a minute. That's a good thing. Okay, so the next thing is we want to do grinders. If we do 1 here and we view it, it produces your large wooden gears. At 10, it takes 10 planks, makes 10. So 30 means we can do 3. However, and the way I just picked that was I pressed the middle mouse button to clone it, and I put a second one here. And actually, and we'll go over there. Now we'll have, right now this is automatically splitting. 15's going here, 15's going there. So we're going to put down a storage box. And we hit T to transform it, and you keep hitting it until it stands up. And then we can put it right there. What you're looking at is that bottom arrow. Goes in. So now, we got 30 coming out, we got 10 going this way, 10 going this way, and 10 going that way. So this is going to continually operate. Alright. Next thing, we got to collect these wooden gears together. So, let's see, let's do there and there. And then let's just copy this by pressing the middle mouse button, rotate it, and boom, there goes our wooden gears. Now I like to color these black. That denotes these are things I can pull to use for building, or I can pull for quests, or I can pull, just whatever. It's not going to be sold in the shop. Oh, that was the other thing. This is the important part. Close the damn shop. You don't need it at first. Okay? So we got 11. We're getting there. And let's see, can we research anything else? Nope, not until we get to here. We're still at 9,000. Our logs are still going good. We've only used 25% of one log. We've got E to look at it. There. And almost there. Well, we've already got one. So, there we go. Now, what the game doesn't tell you is if you just click or double click this, it doesn't move. You can drag it, but that's a pain in the butt. Way to get one stack to move is to press and hold shift and then click. And boom, it shifts over. And if you right click, it splits it. Now, if I want to get both of these at the same time over to here, all I have to do is hold control and click one of them. And boom, they both go, and there we go. So, we've now got 32 large gears. That's more than enough. We'll scroll down. We're going to get 400 copper and some flax. And now we have moved up in low. And if we press Z for research over in the upgrades, you see we have some unallocated points. Right now, we really don't need to do any of that right now. So we'll just leave that as it is. But we've got an open research, so let's research. And we have a new quest. Rope. So we need to do some rope. Alright, so first thing we're going to get the stone crusher, and I press 9 on the hotbar. As you research it, it automatically adds it to your hotbar. We'll rotate it, and I like to have it off just by 1. Okay, and we need to go and buy some stone. Let's get 3. We'll throw those on there. We'll throw a conveyor belt out, and then we're gonna copy that by pressing the middle mouse button and put it in there. And that's all we need, because we need some stone. Okay? Now, while we're waiting, actually, let's see, what else we got for research? Oh, yes. A processor. And a seed plot. We definitely need those. Okay? So, we're waiting for stone. There we go, we got the processor. We don't really need to put it down right now. We still need the stone. But let's go back to Z. And now we can do small wooden gears, because we're going to need those. And we can do these, but we'll do these in a little bit. We don't have to do... what the heck, we'll go ahead and do that. This is the only one we really don't need to do right now. But this we definitely need, the large storage box. Okay? So let's actually... yep, that's going. The large storage box, now the linen rope. And what the heck, let's just go ahead and research everything, right? Never hurts. Okay. So, first thing, we're going to come down here to our storage. And now we got a bigger box, but we need small gears for it. So how do we make small gears? Well, that's where we have advanced crafting. We'll put our processor down, okay? And if you press T, it mirrors it. You see how it goes back and forth? So that's pretty important. That will help out a lot. And we're going to go ahead and press T to put it over here. But we want everything to come this way and then that way. Boom. Meanwhile, this is loading up. Once that finishes loading up, everything will come here. But first, we got to set a recipe. We press E, and then we're going to do the small wooden gears. Put our conveyor out. Copy our box. Already painted. Boom. That is going to be our small gears. And that's what we need next. Now, while we're waiting on that, let's see, how many did we need? I forgot. We need 12 small gears. Let's see, is it processing? There it goes. Now, this takes 5 per minute and makes 15. Remember, this is doing 10 That's doing 10. We could actually do 2 of these or 4 of these. Holy moly. But, to be honest, it produces them pretty quickly. Don't need to. And right now, half of everything is going into here. Once this reaches 100, then it's going to start filling up this one. 200 max. You don't need a whole lot of large gears. You don't need a whole lot of small gears, but we'll get there. Now, you can press E to pull out what you want, or you can press G and that just takes everything. I mean, you look on the left and there it is. So now we can do our storage box. I want to transform it to where it's standing up. And we want to take a space there, and we're going to put it right there. And then we're going to go out 1, press 6, rotate, and we can just drag it, and there we go. Now the belts, they're a little funky sometimes. You got to just kind of drag. And we're going to go ahead and place in our flax. And let's see what that does. We need to make linen rope. So, flax turns into flax fiber, 20 per minute. And we're going to do 6, we're doing it as 60, so that works pretty good. So we're going to combine these, place one there, and then drag that in, and drag that in. And then we're going to do another processor, and boom, and we're going to set this one to twine. Now, how can you tell how this works? If you go to V, let's say we get the flax. You get flax seeds or whatever, which we are going to be doing that, and the flax is turned in with the grinder into flax fiber. Click on the flax fiber, and flax fiber in a processor goes to linen thread. Linen thread into another processor makes rope. So we want another one. We'll copy that one, and I'm out of gears. So let's take that. That's just enough. Okay. Now when I copied that, it also copied the recipe, but that's not going to work. So we're going to put it as rope. And we'll do our standard conveyor belt. Copy this. Boom. There we go. Now that 200 flax will make about 33 rope, which is not enough. So let's grab all the stone that we can get. And that is plenty. And we'll go up to raw material production. We're going to make seed plots. I like to start here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then we'll do one more there. We'll actually get a couple more there, but for right now, we're going to go and get some flax. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we're almost broke, so we better get this rope pretty quick. Now, we're going to quick plant with G, or you could hit E and sit there and select. But if you G, boom, there you go. Just hit G each one. And we didn't quite get in the last one. Alright, end of day. And unless you are trying, oh, now we can harvest. Let's just harvest all this. That was quick. And let's throw as much as we can in there. Bam, we still have some left, that's good. And we'll go ahead and plant that one. Now, you see that timer there? That's real time, 6 minutes, 36 seconds. Up at the very top where you see the time of the day, every hour of game time is equivalent to 1 minute real time. This flax, that's real time. So it's going to take basically 6 hours and 18 minutes or whatever in game time to get there. So while it's doing that, we're going to go ahead and start setting up ourselves for success for the next one. Oh, we need small gears. Let's just take all we got. Now, 66. Boy, did we get a bunch there real quick, didn't we? And we get some large gears too, because we're going to need them. So now we're going to take this and we're going to put another one here and skip over 1, 2, 3. Let's skip over to there. All right. And we're going to put in some grinders here. This is for the next part, which is the next level. We need 6 of those. We're going to take that there and then drag it over. Click and drag it over in the middle. Click and drag it over. Click and drag it over. And I'm going to color this one green because we're going to be putting sage in there, but just not yet. Now we want to do the same thing here. So we'll do that. And we do that. And then we want to make twine, so we will, oh, we're out of planks. This is why we put the planks in here. Let's just take all we got, because we're going to need them. Now we're going to make some linen thread. Okay. Or actually, no, we're not going to make linen thread. Duh. We can't make anything right now on this one. So, but we'll just set that up. But we're going to set up another one right here for flax. And instead of just building this whole thing, easy way is press B. And this way you can clone. Now you can clone it by just selecting each one individually, right? Or you can hold shift down and drag a little silhouette there and let go, and there it is. If you hit F, that will copy it. If you hit T, that'll actually cut it and you can move it. But we want to hit F because we want to copy it, and bam, there we go. Now on this one, we'll go ahead and put in all the flax here. Okay, so this is the one that we want to do, and we'll put it there. We want to make some linen thread. And normally we'd be making rope, right? No. We're going to put this in because we need to collect some linen thread. How much linen thread do we need to collect? About 70. That's it. Meanwhile, oh, we had it on every end of day. It gives you new quests. We have a carpenter quest. More planks. We'll get 600 copper and wooden box. Great. And we get the random quest, some gears, and some mortar. Ooh. Let's see first. Let's take this because I do want to put in 2 more. And I found by doing 12 and 3, this is going to be all flax, and that's going to be the sage. Okay. Let's go ahead and put in another processor here because we are going to need it, and we'll put it there. Now let's put it on that side. Okay. And we'll put that there. And of course, storage. Flip it around. Bam. Shazam. Oh, we gotta set the recipe. Mortars. So, we look at the random quest. Need 16 mortars. We'll probably have that easily. We're gonna get some money. We can put this on there. And it puts it over here. This expires in 2 days, so we got plenty of time. We'll have that in no time at all. Meanwhile, how much we got? We got 62. We got enough. Let's take all of that and let's complete the main quest. 4,500 because we are getting a little low on cash there, aren't we not? Yes. Now we're up to level 3. Fantastic. What's our next quest? We need to make some healing potions. And for that, that's where we need... We're going to go ahead and grab 11 of these because I have 1 planted and 3 of these. Let's go plant this stuff. Ooh, scary looking. This is why I don't like doing the shop part. I don't like dealing with the customers. And we'll just put in our flaxseed. Now, the quick one, if I sit there and I put this behind here, now it's going to say quick plant sage seeds. It always does a quick plant for whatever's first in line. So we can put the sage here. And then, hey, the only one we have left, flax seeds. Boom. There we go. Now, end of day, this all will be ready to harvest. We'll be good to go. So, we just moved up, so now let's do some more research. We definitely need the assembler. Good thing we got some money. And we're going to wait on the other stuff right now, because we need two other things right away. And there's the assembler. We need to get the healing potion researched. And we also need the linen. Remember, this is for linen here. This is going to be for our healing potion. This is our rope. That's our mortars and stone. That's our wood products. Okay, let's see. And we got 4. All right, to make this, we're going to have to do an assembler. And this is where it has 2 inputs, 1 output. So if we put this right here in the middle, now we can go here and here. And we can set this to healing potions. All right, how many we got in there? 77? Good enough. Let's get rid of that. We can go ahead and get rid of that too. All right. Now, quick note, if you've got like a bunch of stuff here built, and you're like, oh, I don't want that. You press X, you can select a bunch to delete. Or, for conveyor belts, if you're pointing at them and you press G, that selects the entire thing. And we hit F to confirm, and then it'll ask you if you want to confirm. Okay, and we'll get rid of that. Now we're going to put another processor here, and we're going to do this one as linen. Oh, no, we're not going to do another processor there, because for some dumb reason, you need an assembler. And you can switch the output on left or right using T to transform. Let's go to the left. Boom. Okay, and now we will set this to be linen. We'll do our same thing here. So we always have a box for whatever. Okay, and we need to do that for here too. And we'll do a box here. Flip it around. Boom. Are we ready to... Nope. Nope. Oh, we have 1 flax. Let's go ahead and harvest that one. And let's just go ahead and... let's see how that's going. That has none. That has a bunch. We can put that in there. Let's just go ahead and put it in there. That way we can put most of the flax in here to get it started. And let's see, how are we doing on our quest? We have the random quest. We still need some material, don't we? So let's just take all we got. We got 9. We're getting there. Let's take them all. And this one, let's just take 100. So now we got more than enough wooden gears, but you have to use those to build with, so you might as well hold on to them. Well, we're almost out of logs, so we better run grab some logs. 1, 2, 3, grab it. Oh, not enough currency. We are officially almost broke. Oh no, what shall we ever do, right? One of the things you can do is over here in loans. You have a 6,000 mount. Yeah, we've unlocked 10,000. Level 4, get there, we get 25,000. And each level, man, unlocks at each level. And you get more and more. We're going to go ahead and apply for the highest we can. Now, does the game charge you interest? Absolutely not. No interest whatsoever. Does it tell you you have to pay it back? No. You could go the rest of the game and never pay it back. But if you want to get another loan, you have to repay the first loan that you took. So once we've unlocked like level 5 and we want the 40 silver, we got to repay the debt before we can get it. So that's the only thing. So might as well just go ahead and get it. By the time we get to level 5, we'll have 10,000 copper coins easily. Okay? So, one of the things this whole Best Start does for you is it gives you options. how to continue the game once we finish this best start, which gets you to level 4. And there's 4 main options. One is to play it normally, buy the plot of land next door. You see why we didn't buy the plot of land, because we got kind of short on cash, didn't we? So let's go buy another, or do we have a log in there? Yeah, we have a log. The other thing is, I should have mentioned this before, rearrange your inventory frequently. So, okay, let's grab a couple of these, make sure that we got enough, throw that on there, grab those, we got 13, only need 3 more, and this process is 3 per minute. So in about a minute we'll have 16. Okay, how are we doing on that? We got plenty of those, we got way more of those, we got 120 there. Now, was there any other quest? Oh, the carpenter quest. We will do that eventually. You'll put that over here. But for right now, we need the wood for other stuff, for building purposes. And look at that, the flax is almost done, and we still got time. You know what we could do? Let's run grab 12 more flax real quick, and 3 more sage. Because what happens is, as long as you get it planted before the end of the day, which is going to be at 2000, which is really soon, so we got to grab this quick. It will, oh, there it is, and I got too much in my pocket, but we're going to go ahead and plant, come on, plant, and that's going to take another 2 minutes. I don't think we're going to make it on that one, but that's quite all right. Okay, so now let's go through, hold control, fill that sucker right up. Hold control, fill that up. How's that one? That's doing fine. End of day's about to happen. Now we can grab that. And we'll throw that in here and throw that in there. We still have the 3 sage. We'll plant that in the morning. Now, flax fiber here. Well, we can throw the flax fiber. Press shift, boom, goes in. And we have some thread, but we need that thread for right now. Okay, so let's look at our research tree. One of the things we haven't done is a stone furnace. So we're going to go ahead and do a stone furnace, because we need to get some nails. And nails, if you played Satisfactory, nails are your screws. Yes, it's a pain in the butt. And we want to eventually open up the workbench, but you need nails to open that up. So, and we also want to do this, the iron smelter. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and get the conveyor lift, and I can show you how that works. And as soon as we get sage, we're going to start getting the healing potions. We're going to get up to level 4. So, let's get some stone, because we're going to need stone. Oh, we got plenty of stone now, don't we? How are we doing on the mortars? Let's take off. We got 19. Oh, awesome. And we need some, just a little bit more of those. And now we go to random quest. We get some money for that. Good deal. Alright, so let's go over here. And we're going to put this in here. Now, this is a furnace, and you have to have some way of heating it. Okay? So let's just put it right here. And the only way we can really heat it right now is with wood. So we're going to place this right here, 1 spot away. Let's go grab some wood. Need 3 wood. Okay. And then instead of putting a belt here, if you notice, this is 1 up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the conveyor lifter. Now, the way these things work, when you hit R, you see the bottom, it rotates around, right? And you can hit T, instead of going in, it goes out. All right, so we want it to go in, and then we want it to go that way. Now what you do is you press and hold your left button. And at this point, you can actually just raise this as far as you want, as far as you can have materials for, and up in a day. Yay. Good timing. Let's skip that. All right, so it built that. We have to redo it. So we want to rotate, and if you see it blue, that means it's connected correctly. Press and hold the left mouse button, hit R again. Now we're just rotating the top. And boom, there we go. Now we're going to be making that. Let's get our sage going so we can get our potions going. All right, and we should be able to plant 3 more. Harvest, 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 and harvest. We probably don't need any more at this point, but it's good to have. That's full. That's full, and that's full. We still have some, so good deal. All right, so over here, look, yep, it's a burning. Our stone furnace is burning away. It's going to load up 10 of each in here eventually. All right, so up here, we're going to put in a smelter. That costs 15 stone, and we want it to come out this way. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and throw our iron ore. We got that as part of the quest. We get 1, which is good because they're a little expensive. Now, these conveyor lifts, if I wanted to just middle mouse click, bring that over, all I can do is rotate it. I cannot modify it any other way, so that's not a good thing to do unless you're doing a whole bunch of stuff. Now we want it to come out at the bottom, so press and hold left mouse button up to the level we want and get it up to there, and boom, there we go. Now let's do the standard thing. Boom, boom. Put in our chest, and we want to processor, I believe. Let's find out. Doesn't hurt if we don't. And see if we got a recipe. Nope, it was not. Because, oh, wait a minute. Did we not research it? We didn't research it. Let's research it. Okay, and this is done at a processor, so that's good. So while that's researching, put another one there, and we're out of planks. Let's take all we can. Oh, we got 220. You know what? We can do the carpenter thing. So let's take this, rotate, boom, and we'll set our recipe to nails. All right, so meanwhile, let's go over here. Yep, we got a new random quest. And yeah, I think we can get that done. But we want to do this one because carpenter quest lets you build stuff, buildables. Some of these are really important. So you see here our large wooden gears, they're completely full. So they're all going in here now at 5 a minute. But this won't take long and that'll fill up too. We got 143 rope. That's plenty. We need actually, we're pretty close there to doing that one. Need a few more mortars, but we'll get there. And we're running low on wood and stone. So let's go grab 2 more and 1. Yeah. Maybe I did that backwards. I don't know. Okay, it only lets you place 3 in there at a time. So, all right, so now we should have some nails. Yep, we need at least 20. I'll show you why. So we're going to wait until this thing gets up to 20. Shouldn't take too long. Meanwhile, our potions are being made. We're already a third of the way there. Once we get 100, we're going to be in level 4, and then the automation magic begins. And I'm excited for it, and you should be too. All right, there we go. We got all that we need right now. And I believe we didn't research it, so let's research it. How are we doing on the money? Doing okay. We're doing okay. All right, back to the options. Once we complete this, there's 3 options. 1, we'll build some shelves, start filling them up, and I'll actually show you a bit of that, and start processing sales and open up the shop. Okay. There is another option that is called 1 plot challenge. Okay. You still do sales, but you're only limited to this area, the ground floor, for sales. Plus this is actually part of your area too. That's a little difficult. And then there is the no sales. which means we leave the shop closed permanently, and that's a whole different ball of wax there. And the last one, which is absolutely insane, and I doubt you can do it, I don't know if anybody can do it, is complete the whole game in 50 game days. Yeah, that's not happening. So, since we got the workbench, this is what we really needed, and we need rope. Of course, we need rope. So, let's take some rope, all we got, and now we can build the workbench. The way this works is you got inventory, potion belt, building tools, and gloves. Gloves, don't even worry about it. I wouldn't even worry about it. But inventory, and remember that twine I said you needed? This is why you needed the twine. And this is really the only time you ever really need twine. Okay, so now our inventory has expanded. We got a whole nother line there. That's cool. And if we get 50 linen, we can make it more. And guess what we're making over here? We got 28. It'll get there. Building tool. Well, we need a bunch of stuff here. Iron ingots, nails, all that, which we will do very shortly. But the potion belt is really cool. We get some linen and 20 thread and 5 healing potions. Let's go ahead and grab our healing potions. And let's grab our linen. And we go to potion belt. Now, end of day happens at 2200, which is 10 o'clock at night. But if we do this, now our end of day is going to happen at midnight. We just gained a couple extra hours to get things built. And every time you do that, we put in another 100 potions, and then it'll end at 2 o'clock in the morning. You get more time before the end of the day. You don't have to feel as rushed, and that's a good thing. So, now we have this. Did we put that there? Yeah, let's go ahead and, while we're waiting, because we're waiting on this really. We've got 59 of 100, 60. So we're almost there. How are we doing on that? We're doing good there. We're about ready to run out of sage, but that is going to happen really quickly. And in fact, let's go grab just a little bit more sage. And maybe 4 of those. So we don't want to be completely out because one, we're about ready to run out of an iron ore, and we do need one of those. That's 1,200. It gets more expensive. And the higher you go up, the more expensive they go. So we'll throw that in there. And we don't want to, actually, let's just go ahead and plant. Won't be done before, okay, there we go. So, what else do we have here? Inventory, well, if we got some more linen, we could do that. Building tool, what did we get for the building tools? If we go down here, oh, we got decoration. And we can put a candle up here. If you press T, instead of being something like T, that's you can place anywhere. You can place it right there if you want. Okay. And that gives you a little illumination at night. If you press T, let's just put it there. It gives you some illumination at night. Costs you 5, so that's pretty cool. So other than that, the gloves, yeah, like I said, I've never really seen a use for that. Now, building tool, that's what we want to get up. Another building tool. So if we can get some 10 iron ingots and 30 nails. Over here we have our iron ingots. We got plenty. And over here we have, oh, we got plenty of nails. So what else do we need for the build tool? 20 planks. Grab that. And we are cooking with gas now. Here is where it gets fun. And we're going to want to do that again, but we're going to need some brick and clay. So let's just go ahead and get rid of this right now. So now if we scroll all the way down, we can now make a platform and stairs. Yay, to get up to the upper part. Nice. Right? How are we doing on this? 83. We are almost there. We are cooking with gas. Everything's flowing. Everything's moving. Let's take what mortars we got. Let's take some small gears, and that way we have money. Boom. Okay, so we did pretty good there. We got all the quests done. Great. Our shop's still closed. We have sage. So we definitely need that. Put it in the green one. Hold control, click once, and they all move over. Just perfect, because we just ran out and we do not have quite enough of these potions. Got plenty of flax going. We got these going. And if we want to put these back in there, that's 26. That's good. So let's rearrange our inventory. Oh, we have another one of these. Let's go ahead and throw that in there. All right. Now, one of the nice parts is if this fills up, that fills up, and that fills up, this will stop. And it won't be producing anymore and just sit there in reserve until you pull stuff out, and then it'll start making again. So that's the nice part. You don't have to feel like, oh my gosh, I got to keep putting in more storage. You really don't. And excuse me on that one. A little too much coffee, I think. But no such thing as too much coffee. Coffee time. So where are we at? Are we going to be able to get these in time? We need 15. We got 85 on us. See? And if you look here, shows your potion belt sleep time minus 2 hours. Right now we're at sleep time of 6 hours. So from midnight, that's when it is. Inventory capacity is 28. If we look at the world, this tells you our conveyor belt speed, production speed, all this good stuff, which is a lot more stuff. And that goes along with the upgrades here, which we have 4 now. Ooh, we could do stuff with this, but we'll actually do this after the best start. Yeah, we're almost done with 13. 2 more. Oh my, give me 2 more. And I'm going to show you, this is why we do this the way we do it, because it's going to make things so much easier. There's 100. Let's submit that. And bam, we just got a bunch. Now we can get red current seeds, we can get portal sigils, we can get an automatic cashier. That's the important thing. And we got a new main quest to make vitality potions. So, let's run over here. And we're going to buy a cashier. And we're going to buy a portal sigil. And we need to research the purchasing portal. Okay. So first thing we do, even though it's in your inventory, the automatic cashier, but you can't place it. It won't let you do it. You have to hit Q, and you have to go to here, to other, and you can place it. You can only place it there. You can't place it here or there. So we'll place it here. And we can do a belt out of this side or a belt out of this side. It doesn't matter which, whatever you prefer. I like to come out here. We'll do our lift, and you have to do it from the bottom. Always remember, wherever it's at. Press and hold right, go up, go right, boom. And let's just go ahead and do one out there so we can see the money roll in. And we want to do storage. Yeah, let's do it that way. Okay, so now that is basically where we're at and where we can now split up. Now, if we want to go ahead and do the shop, that's where we'll do these. And we'll take it off 1, 2, and 3. And then for the potion, which we cannot do because we did not research it. Let's go to research. We do need to go back and research catapult. Okay. Probably a good thing to research this. And we're going to research that. And you can go ahead and research that. This one you probably don't need for a long while. Okay. So, bingo. Now we got the catapult. So, we want to take, let's go ahead and grab a catapult. Where is a catapult? Right there. We're going to put it right here. And if you press E, oh, invalid angle. Okay, so didn't quite work there. So we need to put it here. Invalid angle, are you kidding me? Are we going to have to put it here? Let's see. There we go. So, bing. Now that's putting up the, I don't want to put this one here. I'm going to put it back a little bit. Now we need to get these wooden gears going, so we'll do those from here, the large wooden gears, and we'll set that to there, and that's going to start stocking your large wooden gears. We got to stock these, so we'll do another one about here. Let's just place that there too, and boom. And we got to set the target for each one. Okay. And for this one, we're going to do our rope. So, yeah, we got to jump around now. Oop. Go to there. You can make one turn, and then you got to stop and start a new thing. So there goes our rope into there. All right, what do we want in here? Well, we got linen. Actually, let's go ahead and do one more catapult. And we're going to place this way. There. And bingo. And we're going to choose this as linen. Do you have to choose it? No, it'll automatically, whatever is set, it'll just start putting it up there. Okay. Do we need some more linen? Nah, that'll fill up. And then we need our potions. So actually, I don't like this. So let's X this out, hit G, and confirm. Boom. The reason being is because we want to place something else here. So let's place the last catapult that we need right there. Maybe. Nope. We're going to have to set it there. And get rid of that one. And yeah, we're going to have to do a little bit of, let's make sure we got those going in. To there, and then to there, and then to there. Oh, that's not going to work. Well, it will, but then you'll have one sticking out there by itself. You want the rounded one. There it is. Okay, so as the linen is going, it's going to put that in there. So we got our shop ready to go. We got an automatic cashier. We can open the shop, but it's almost midnight, so we'll be ready to go in the morning. And let's just harvest this stuff. I don't have any seeds, so no big deal. Alright, how are we doing on that? Oh, there we go. End of day. Oh, I probably needed some more here. Let's do all that here. How are we doing on the rope? Ooh, not as good, so we'll take 1, 2, 3 out and put it over here. Alright, one last thing to show you while we get the portal signal. This is going to keep fueling that. But this runs out of wood, that fire goes out, this quits working. So if we go over here to this, the purchasing portal, we put it right there, and we say we want logs. Alright, so as long as we put money in here, so if we do like a small chest, which we don't have planks for, so we got to jump over here, grab some planks. Oh, we got plenty there, let's grab it. Yes, a lot of jumping around at first. Alright, so let's just transform that to that way, and there. Now, we've got some money, which we don't have a lot, but we have silver. So if I'm going to just keep breaking this down till I get a 1, and I'm going to throw a 1 in there, that will buy 5 logs, and right there, bam, bam, bam. Did we have to run over there and grab those? No. That's why you want to get to level 4 quickly. So you don't have to keep running back and forth, Okay? We still will for the seeds, for the flax, but shortly we'll be able to automate that. And oh my God, is she scary looking or what? And check this out. Instead of having to do that, bam, we just made some money. If we look here, we've already got 753. Our money worries are over. So with that, curious to see how other people can do it like this. And feel free to give me any improvements that you might say. I mean, at this point, we've got enough money with the 13 silver. We can come over and we can go ahead and buy the next land, and we're good to go. And once we get enough of about 7 more of those, we can start knocking down these walls. We can start building floors. We can start doing a whole lot of stuff. This is the fun part of the game now. And this, to me, just looks fantastically organized. And I love it. So, I love this game. I hope you do too. And I will wish you all fair winds and following seas.